Salt more than meets the eye? We all know salt. It's in our kitchens. It seasons our food. We use it almost every day without giving it much thought. But have you ever paused to consider the significance of this humble mineral beyond its culinary uses? But did you know that salt holds a deeper spiritual meaning? In ancient times, salt was a valuable commodity, often used in trade and even as currency. Its value was not just in its ability to preserve and flavor food, but also in its symbolic meanings. The Bible often uses salt in symbolic ways. For instance, in the Old Testament, salt was used in covenants to signify loyalty and permanence. In the New Testament, Jesus referred to his followers as the salt of the earth, implying that they were to preserve goodness and add flavor to the world. It's more than just a seasoning. Salt in the Bible represents purity, preservation, and the enduring nature of God's covenant with his people. It serves as a reminder of the eternal and unchanging nature of divine promises. It represents important spiritual truths. For example, in the book of Leviticus, salt was used in offerings to God, symbolizing the purification and sanctification of the offering. This act was a way to show reverence and commitment to God. Let's uncover these hidden truths together. By understanding the symbolic use of salt in the Bible, we can gain a deeper appreciation for its spiritual significance and how it applies to our lives today. Let's explore the power of salt in the Bible. From the Old Testament to the New Testament, salt has been a powerful symbol of God's relationship with humanity. It signifies not only preservation, but also the flavor and zest that faith brings to our lives. Think about how you use salt every day. Whether it's a pinch in your soup or a sprinkle on your salad, salt enhances the flavors of our food, making it more enjoyable and satisfying. It makes food taste better. Similarly, in our spiritual lives, the teachings and principles found in the Bible can enhance and enrich our daily experiences, making them more meaningful and fulfilling. In the Bible, salt does something similar for our souls. It acts as a metaphor for the positive impact that faith and divine wisdom can have on our lives, adding depth and significance. It represents the goodness and grace that God has for us. Just as salt can transform a simple dish into something extraordinary, God's grace can transform our lives, filling them with purpose and joy. Just a pinch can make all the difference. So, the next time you reach for the salt shaker, remember its deeper meaning and let it remind you of the spiritual truths that can enrich your life. A pinch of history. Salt in biblical times. In ancient times, salt was precious. It was valuable for preserving food. Without refrigeration, people relied on salt to keep food from spoiling. This made it a vital part of life. Leviticus chapter 2 verse 13 tells us, "Season all your grain offerings with salt." This wasn't just for taste. Salt symbolized something deeper. It represented purity, dedication, and a lasting covenant with God. The salt of the covenant, a lasting bond. Salt speaks of an unbreakable bond. When God made a covenant with his people, salt was involved. This wasn't a casual agreement, it was a sacred promise. This covenant wasn't just for the ancient Israelites, it extends to us today. When we accept Jesus Christ, we enter into a covenant with God. It's a relationship built on love, forgiveness, and unending grace. Preserving purity, salt's cleansing touch. Salt purifies, it cleanses. In the Bible, salt is linked to spiritual purity. Just as salt removes impurities from food, God's love removes sin from our lives. James chapter 3 verse 12 says, "Does a spring pour forth from the same opening both fresh and salt water?" This verse reminds us that we are called to live pure lives, set apart for God's glory. Section 5. A city on a hill, shining God's light. Imagine a city on a hill, its lights glowing warmly in the night, visible from miles away. This city stands as a beacon, a symbol of hope and guidance for those who are lost or wandering in the darkness. This is the image Jesus uses to describe his followers. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 13, Jesus tells his followers, "You are the salt of the earth." What does this mean? Salt in ancient times was a valuable commodity. It was used not only to flavor food, but also to preserve it. By calling us the salt of the earth, Jesus is saying that we have a vital role to play in the world. We are to preserve goodness and add flavor to life. It means we are called to be different. In a world that often seems dark and hopeless, we are to stand out, to be a source of light and hope. Our lives should reflect the love and grace of God in such a way that others are drawn to it. We are to be a source of light and hope in a dark world. Just as a lighthouse guides ships safely to shore, we are to guide others to the safety and love of God. Our actions, our words, and our very presence should illuminate the path for those around us. Just as salt adds flavor, we are called to add goodness and kindness to the world. Every small act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every gesture of love adds flavor to the lives of those around us. We are to enhance the world with the love and grace that we have received. Our actions, our words, our very presence should make a difference. When we volunteer our time, when we comfort those who are hurting, when we share joy and laughter with friends, we are shining God's light. We are making the world a better place, one small act at a time. We are to be a city on a hill, shining brightly for all to see. Our lives should be a testament to the love and grace of God. We are to be a beacon of hope, a source of light in a dark world. Let us shine brightly so that others may see our good deeds and glorify our Father in heaven. Section 6, Flavor Enhancers, Making a Difference. Think about your favorite dish. What makes it so delicious? Often it's the salt that enhances the other flavors. In the same way, our faith should enhance the lives of those around us. We can be salt by showing love to our neighbors. We can be salt by standing up for what's right. We can be salt by simply being kind and compassionate. Every act of love, no matter how small, makes a difference. Section 7. Spiritual Warriors Wielding the Salt of Faith. In this chapter, we delve into the essence of spiritual warfare and the tools we possess to emerge victorious. Life can be a battle. Every day we encounter obstacles that test our resolve and faith. These challenges can feel like walking through a barren desert or climbing a steep, unyielding mountain. We face challenges, temptations, and spiritual attacks. These moments can leave us feeling vulnerable and alone, as if we are fighting an invisible enemy that seeks to undermine our spirit and faith. But we are not alone in this fight. We have a community of believers who stand with us, offering support and strength through prayer and fellowship. Together, we form a formidable force against the darkness. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12 reminds us, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the spiritual forces of evil." This verse highlights the true nature of our battles, emphasizing that our fight is on a spiritual plane. How do we fight these spiritual battles? We prepare ourselves with the armor of God, equipping our hearts and minds with His truth and righteousness. Just as a warrior prepares for battle, we must also be ready with the armor of God, and that includes the salt of our faith. This salt symbolizes purity, preservation, and the power to ward off evil. It is a crucial element in our spiritual arsenal. Our faith is a powerful weapon against the enemy. It gives us the strength to stand firm, the courage to face our fears, and the wisdom to navigate through life's trials. It helps us stand strong in the face of adversity. Like a lighthouse guiding ships through a storm, our faith illuminates our path, ensuring we remain steadfast and unshaken no matter the challenges we face. Section 8. Salt of the Earth, Transforming Our World. When we live out our faith with passion and purpose, we become the salt of the earth. We bring healing, hope, and transformation to our communities and to the world. Just as salt preserves food, our faith helps preserve the moral fabric of society. It combats negativity, promotes unity, and inspires others to live with purpose and integrity. Section 9. Reflect and respond. What does salt mean to you? Take a moment to reflect. What does salt symbolize in your own life? How can you be the salt of the earth in your family, your community, and your world? Share your thoughts. Leave a comment below and tell us how you see salt as a spiritual symbol. Let's encourage one another to live lives full of flavor and purpose. Section 10. Go forth and season living out our faith. Friends, let's not take the symbolism of salt lightly. Let's embrace its deeper meaning. Let's be the salt of the earth, bringing flavor, preservation and transformation to all we meet. Go forth and season the world with your faith, your love and your unwavering hope. Remember, even a small pinch of salt can make all the difference.